the Greek mythology is the Titans fall, and when the Titans fall by Zeus overthrowing the Titans, they take their blood and make mankind out of it. The Titans used to rule the earth prior to creation. Our earth is built off of several other primal worlds that existed prior to creation. The fabric of those primal worlds was broken down and made into the earth and made into humans. The Babylonian mythology, which is pre-dynastic Egyptian mythology, Typhonian, which is the oldest aspect. The Typhonian mythology, which we find in Babylon, the Babylonian mythology, you got the goddess Tiamat, who is destroyed by her children, her younger group. Her body is destroyed and makes the earth and the fabric of the universe. Her husband Kingu's body is destroyed and makes man. So you get the word king. The word king comes from the word Kingu. Kingu, which means in order to be a king, you have to have melanin in the blood. Kingu or Sama. Sama, these words for melanin. Get the word Sama. If you go to India, it's Sama. They say Sama is not only a plant, they got a plant called Sama, but they also say Sama is in one's blood. And it's called King Sama. They say, but one must have Sama in the blood if one wants to become king. To become king, one must have Sama in the blood, melanin. So the fabric, so there used to be a group of gods and goddesses that used to rule. Group of gods and goddesses. Their children came about and overthrew them. And when they overthrew them, the children took their energy, their essence, and made mankind out of it, like by trapping the melanated essence into physical, slowed down vibratory form, which is the human body. And then we, in turn, when we first got here, we knew we were gods in the physical. But as time went on, we started identifying mostly with this shell, and as a result, we ended up worshiping our fucking children who put us in this particular situation. Now, if you want to, every single mythology has this. It's in the coffin text, where Ra invites a bunch of gods to dinner and swallows them all up. That's the physical again, swallowing up the spiritual. Well, Ra is the sun. That sun outside there is a trick sun. Hell, there's been reports that it don't even shine when you leave the atmosphere. It don't even shine out in space. Out in space, they say so black you can't even see your fucking hand. You figured it'd be daylight out there. It's closer to the sun. You see what I'm saying? That sun makes the matrix possible. That sun is a trickster. So Ra swallows up in the coffin text. It's also documenting, because we put it to a nigga ass like Dr. Ben say, put it in their face, put it on their ass, like damn Malcolm X say, beat them down with the goddamn scholarship. Beat a motherfucker down. The book is called Daily Life of the Egyptian Gods. Hold on 1 minute. I don't have a book, but I think they might have the bibliography in here. That's what I'm famous for. You see, that's how I can get to be a buffoon, because I document heavy. You see, so I can show my ass and tell y'all my TM, what they call it, TMI, too much information. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. TMI, like how I ain't had no fucking heat all summer. One sister want to come down, I say, wait a minute, it's getting a little cold now. She want to fly in. I say, no, getting a little cold now. I got to wait and get some heat. You know, shit like that, you know. It works, you know. You learn how to take cold showers, you don't have to pay no heating bill during the summer. And I'm not doing this because I'm cheap. I'm very elaborate. When I get money, I spend it up. Buy real expensive shit. You know what I'm saying? I just, I'm the brokest man in the Western Hemisphere. So, so every summer they come and roll and cut my damn heat off. Let me see, the name is, y'all all right? Meeks. It's called Daily Life of Egyptian God. I know the last name is Meeks. M-E-A-K-S. Meeks, M-E-E-K-S. Daily life of the Egyptian gods. So now, this particular concept here is, Ra, if you read the Legend of the Gods from Ancient Egypt, it's in the book, The Legend of the Gods from Ancient Egypt, E. Wallace Budge, or From Fetish to God in Ancient Egypt, E. Wallace Budge. It talks about Ra comes into existence by overthrowing Apep. Apep, or Apophis, or Apep, is the Great Mother. Tiamat is the Great Mother. So the Great Mother was overthrown. The Great Mother had a host of both female and male now this is a great mystery that you got to understand about the black man. About the black man. You got to understand this. In that realm, you see what I'm saying, that was overthrown, ruled by Tiamat and her husband Kingu, there was a group of males that was also a part of that feminine realm. So, men, the black man, is the only person that is both male and female. I'm not talking homosexuality now. I have to preface that. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The black man is the only person on the planet that's both male and female. The Kundalini energy inside of you is a feminine energy. It's a feminine energy. You see what I'm saying? Plus, you're the only person on the planet that has ever, in the history of the planet, that's ever been vilified, scorned, and chastised based on your sexuality. The white man looks at you and your sexuality, and you're one of the few people on the earth that has been chastised based on your sexuality. They feel inferior to your sexuality. So sexism is a part of your life just as it is the black woman. That's because ultimately that's the feminine force that's inside of you, which is the Kundalini energy. So that realm is a feminine realm. That's the one that's rising up. You know, that's the one that's rising up. You know, I know a brother, you know, he wants some help, want me to do some stuff, want me to call on these particular energies, but I already know he's a staunch woman hater. So when I call the oracles, the spirits came through and said, we don't like him. We don't like that nigga. They said, we'll help him if you say so. I'm like, fuck it. No, save your shit for somebody else, you know. You know, so going back, that particular realm that was overthrown by Ra, who overthrows Apep. So Ra represents the, I have to check and see if my zipper is right, because I was in Detroit and was talking and my zipper was down and doing a damn lecture, and the motherfucker was just looking and shit, and I'm like, God damn, how the hell you let me lecture for a fucking hour with my damn zipper down? You know? I had on some leopard skin drawers and shit, you know? You know? Good thing I put on the real deal, high-end shit. That's why you gotta get out of the fruit on the looms. You can't wear the fruit of the looms. You can't wear any briefs. That's where the prostate cancer is coming from. It's coming from the briefs. If you look at anything that grows on trees like apples, oranges, figs, they hang down. So your nuts supposed to be hanging down, dangling. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why, not only that, that's the reason why your wee-wee ain't getting hard. Because you got it all coupled up in that particular nut sack that the white man got to make his dick look bigger with the briefs. So you don't need to be after you see the ancient people that wear the baggy stuff like that. No, so the whole concept here is prostate cancer, and also when your little wee-wee don't work. When your wee-wee don't work, your tallywhacker, your Johnson, your dipstick, is because you wearing them brief drawers. And if you take them brief drawers off, your malehood will even come back. You see what I'm saying? Well, we'll even come back. You see what I'm saying? And there's different things you can do spiritually to do also happen that. There's an entity called Kakumbo. Oh, he works beautiful. And I ain't talking about you. I might be all heavy now, but I'm still fairly young. I'm just 42 years old. So I ain't got no problem in that particular apartment. I want you to know this. But this baby can come in and incarnate, and you can go for hours and don't even come. And he set in, boom, you can go for hours and don't even come. You see what I'm saying? Now, you know, women like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a good man is hard to find, but a hard man is good to find. You see? I went for 4 days and didn't bust no nuts. That means you give them access and the freedom, and so after a while, if you start rolling like that, there's a ray of light that opens up in the woman, and you both benefit from it, called collars. Russells, Gunners, Tammers, Osiers, and Shaktis. And these fluids come down, and you benefit from it, and it's healing fluids. But you gotta have a Johnny not coming too fast. Johnny got to come lately. Yeah, late. So Johnny got to come lately to do this. Damn, it's another hour?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. God dang. Okay, let's roll. Shit. We have to do 2 days from now on. Okay. I know this is kind of crazy, but what it is a spirit when I invoke, and so they basically take over. And it's getting increasingly hard. I used to come and used to have all this scholarship, but it's increasingly hard now because the spirit takes over. You see what I'm saying? And he just a fucking buffoon. And I thought I had gotten rid of him, but looked like he got more powerful over the last couple of days. Anyway, so that particular fall, we are the particular children of the damn gods that we worship. But what we don't realize in that particular case, once you tap into that, you got the key to the mystery. You talking about the creator and all that? The damn creator is your child. He created the physical and botched the job and threw you in it. So you know this thing about, the creator. That ain't shit. The creator is your child. You are the omniverse before creation, called the primal worlds, or in Indian mythology, it's called the anti-gods, the asuras. So we done jumped to some whole other shit. The asuras, the anti-gods. You see what I'm saying? The titans, tetans, shetans, shatans, satans are the words Set, Sut, and Anubis put together Set-on. Sut-on, Shut-on, Shaitan. Sut-on, all that's in Geromancy, breaks that stuff down. You see what I'm saying? We are the tetans, the titans, the typhons, the typhonians, pre-dynastic, but also Sut represent the most ancient gods known to man. Let's get a definition of soot. Soot. Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Well, let's do this. Oh, man. Boy. Woo. All right. Soot, the prototype of Shaitan, Satan, the god of the south of the star Sirius. Soot means black, which means color or color for black. Symbols denotes the underworld of the mistress of the region of Amenta. The Lord of Hell. Set is the epitome of the subconscious. You see what I'm saying? You didn't figure it out. We look back into ancient history with modern eyes. So the first thing we did as Christians, when we look back into the ancient Kemetic stuff, and most of the people came before, the esoteric were historians, but they are not scientists in the esoteric knowledge. They're historians. So when we look back, we say, well, Set is the devil and Horus is Satan. But anytime you see the damn Pharaoh, they standing up between Set and Horus. Did you ever see this? They're standing between Set and Horus. So you have looked into the ancient world with modern eyes and taken the modern model and trying to paint what the ancient person is dealing with a modern mindset. That whole dualism of Satan, evil and good. Horus is Satan, and Set is the devil. You know, Horus is Jesus, and Set is Satan. Set represents the dark side of the deepest part of the subconscious mind. That's why in Isaiah 45, write it down, Isaiah 45 in the Bible, it tells you, I will give you the treasures of darkness. The treasures of darkness. Set or Satan just means melanin. You go in the goddamn church, you talk against yourself every damn time. Set just means melanin, the dark one. In Krishna, he's called Bala. In India, you got Krishna, which is Horus, and you got Balarama, the dark one, the unmanifest one. Before it was these male deities, you had Aset and Neptys, Neptert, the unmanifest one. That means melanin. Satan and melanin is one and the same. You get the Christ and you get the Antichrist. You get the Antichrist, which they say Christ is shadow. But if you look and take a light, the light means the Christ, and if it got a shadow on the wall, the shadow also means the other side. That's where you get the whole yin and yang thing from. So you got to get out of this polarities of good and evil, and try to understand the whole melanin aspect of the concept. Melanin and Satan is one and the same. These are archetypal, symbolic imageries of the esoteric realm that you've been taking literal, because you've been learned this way, you've been taught this way since fucking damn Sunday school.